And that is the most important thing about owning a business, is you have to be adaptable. We save the non-renewal letters from our customers and we show them to the people in our sales process.
If you're trying to be them and do what they do, nobody's gonna give a fuck because you're the worst version of them. This is the first thing you do when you butter your knuckles on doors, right? That's where I came from.
All right, so here's what we're doing today, guys. So we're not gonna be doing too much of this conference bullshit. Do a little bit of fucking sales training, and then we're gonna go have some fun. And everybody's invited, okay? And what we're doing is we're going from here to the marina, go together from downtown Naples to Marco Island, which is like really cool because you pass $20 million houses, $50 million houses, even $100 million houses. And I always love to be around successful people, and y'all are the kind of people, first of all, I want to give you, y'all give yourselves a round of applause for showing up. But hopefully the energy that comes from seeing these monster houses on the water, from collaborating, maybe you want a roofing office like this. We've pumped out 6,000 projects in the last 5 years, $195 million in roofs. So if you're in sales and you're looking for a home, that's what I'm here for, to shake your hand, make a friend. If you're a roofing company that's looking to grow, I'm here to help you. And we're gonna talk about all that later on. But first, we're gonna get in this workout.
I'm cooked, bro. Look at me. Look at me. I just went through hell. Come on. Good times, good energy. We're fired up right now.
Hey man, first off, just want to thank you guys for being out here. I mean, for you guys to be out here on a Saturday, taking care of your health, trying to grow your business, man, that's what it's about. Let's go.
Hey, Carlos!
Because you don't want to be that one guy, you know, on the internet, you know, they always talk about, you know, being the fat guy on the yacht, you know, having the millions of dollars, but you got to take care of your health too, you know, so you can enjoy that money, right? So me, I'm a firm believer, man, everything I've done in my entrepreneurial career and in my social media and everything that I've done and franchised my company, I've always tried to keep that in mind, try to be aligned, not just my wealth, but also, you know, just obviously, you know, my business and everything together, man, because it all flows together. My spiritual health, mental health, physical health, it all goes together, you know. So that's what Lee was trying to do with this event, was not just talk about, you know, business, sales, all that's important, man, but Lee's a living testimony. He embodies it. He has me coming out here training his staff, making sure that they're healthy. You know, his staff is losing weight, they're getting more productive. You know, so that's what it's about, man. So again, just hands off to you guys for being here, investing in your health, investing in your fitness, investing in everything, and in your business, man. So hands off to you guys. Yeah, man, on Instagram, C Garcia Fitness. Shout out to Eddie Ramon, one of Lee's mentees. He signed up for me for my executive fitness coaching program that we do, that Lee's a part of, and he's not even in Naples, man. So we do virtual coaching all across the country. We got clients in New York, LA, everywhere. And it's a specific group just for business owners. You can follow me at C Garcia Fitness on Instagram. And yeah, man, get it. Lee's got a lot of fun stuff planned for you guys, so kill it.
All right, guys, so we go around back right here. We got a whiteboard, we got seats. Get your water, because now we're going insurance to retail. Now we're going the roof and sue method. Then we're breaking down virtual sales and how to build an Instagram so that you can get unstoppable recruits. Yeah. All right, guys, let's go. I took this idea that if I wanted to grow my business, then I needed to be the guy on social media everybody knew was the guy for roofing and roofing sales. And the one lesson I got from Grant was people that don't know you won't flow you. So if they don't know who you are, they're not going to work for you, and they're not going to buy a roof from you. And so what do you think everyone's biggest challenge in business is? You think it's sales? Turn the lights on? Needing new people? What else? Needing attention. All these things fall into the category that it's really the fact that no one knows who you are that is your biggest problem. All right, my blue collar American dream brothers, I want to invite you to my backyard and give you a tour of my office, break down my system. The next mastermind we're doing is going to be a private island hangout. We just did one. It was super successful. It was last minute. But in January, we're going to do an event at my office where I break down each step of our sell, build, collect process inside of my office. Now, because it's inside of my office, there's a very limited number of spots. We're limiting this to less than 25 people because we are taking you from the office on the boat. In Naples, we have a private island. I just had a group of 21 guys that we took out to the island, got some good grub, played spike ball, got to hang out and really break bread. And the conversations in the boat on the beach. These are the real conversations that really drive the needle and sink in that this is a brotherhood. So look, if you want the blue collar American dream, click the link below. You can't miss the next island hangout. Let's go. But since that day, I had thousands of people come into my university. A lot of times, guys would come in and be business owners that wanted to scale from 2 million to 10 million, from 5 million to 10 million, from 10 million to 20 million. And the first guy I helped, he grew his company over 100 million. This is like, wow. And what did I help him do? I helped him build a recruiting funnel. I helped him build lead generation system. I helped him teach the door-to-door sell, build, collect system. And I taught him the ways of storm chasing. And he combined it with retail. He taught me a lot of things about retail. And it kind of opened my eyes that the power of the mastermind. See, we all have a common goal. Who wants to build a roofing company and become a millionaire in roofing? Seriously, today, I believe that if you don't learn how to sell the jobs retail, that you will not have a chance to become a roofing millionaire. I just want y'all to know you can start a deal with insurance and you can finish with retail. That's what today is about. Today is about taking control. Now, I could teach you a lot of complicated shit, and I don't have time for that. Y'all, if y'all went to a conference, who went to a conference? Who went to a conference and sat through everything? Conference, we'll talk about recruiting and funnel and systems and leadership, and everybody goes to fucking sleep. I could teach you all that shit. Nah. Because the one thing that y'all need to learn, me and you've been doing this a long fucking time. Are you a great salesman?
Yes, sir.
Are you a legendary salesman?
Yes, sir.
Do you need to fix your sales process?
Absolutely.
See, if you're a legend and you are willing to change, that's the fucking hardest thing to admit. Give this guy a round of applause. As the insurance companies held our money, as the insurance companies denied more claims, my business was put through the test. And if I didn't learn how to get more efficient with my sales team, get paid when I was done with the roofs, turn the denials into approvals faster, then my business would have gone out of business. And that is the most important thing about owning a business, is you have to be adaptable. Fort Myers has been through the storms. Fort Myers, everyone that hasn't got a roof, there's a reason why they didn't get a roof. They either kept the money. What are the reasons why they didn't get a roof?
Spent the fucking insurance check.
Okay. Do you use the My Florida Home?
So no.
Boo! Got a little cheat code, boy. This is a beautiful place. It's one of the best places in the country to sell roofs. I believe it's the very best place in the country. We don't need a storm. We can sell retail for a lot of reasons, and the reasons are simple. In Florida, you are getting dropped by your insurance company if you have a 15-year-old roof. You are forced to replace your roof. 125 to 150,000 people a year are given non-renewal letters from their insurance. You have mortgage forced insurance, and now that mortgage forced insurance is forcing you to come out of pocket. $20,000, $30,000, $50,000. What average American has $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 set aside for their roof?
Less than 2%.
Less than 2%. You know what I call that? Leverage. And if you're a Florida roofer and you want to know insurance to retail, how well you set the stage for people getting dropped for a 15-year-old roof, showing them articles where 125,000 people are getting dropped a year, showing them how people are getting non-renewal letters. We save the non-renewal letters from our customers and we show them to the people in our sales process. This sets the stage, because you know what? The best way to sell a retail roof is to build real urgency in a roof. I mean, you may be behind on your bills. You may not be able to clean your own shit. Does everybody want to be known to their neighbors as the guy that can't pay his own bills? No. So keeping up with the Joneses and having the ugliest roof on the street is leverage in retail. Okay, we're going through all this up front, but I'm going to walk you through the process. All right? So, first step, we're going to knock the door. All right? Somebody give me a door-to-door pitch. Somebody that's not an RCA guy. You.
Hey, I'm Sam. I'm with Power Roofing Exteriors.
What's up, Sam? Kind of busy, bro.
Oh, you're busy? No problem. I'm just about to hit another door down the street. We had an appointment set at 2 o'clock.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
I just wanted to drop by your house because we've had storms in the neighborhood. I got that appointment down the street at 2 o'clock, fully approved through their insurance company. What they did They allowed me on their roof. I did an inspection, saw the damage, and we submitted to their insurance company. They ended up paying for the total roof replacement.
I've heard about you guys on the news. I don't want to abuse my insurance. I'm not interested.
Totally understand. Insurance is actually, and I understand where you're coming from. I see this all the time. Homeowners always bring this up to me. Insurance companies have also been abusing homeowners. They're not paying out fully on claims. They're delaying. They're denying claims. And you're paying for your homeowner's insurance, right?
Yeah.
Like, how would you feel if your insurance company, if you had legitimate damage, how would you feel if they ended up shorting your claim?
It wouldn't be nice. Wouldn't like it. Wouldn't like it.
Like, not paying for your full roof replacement if it was legitimate, or completely denying your claim. How would that make you feel?
It made me feel shitty. I'd be pissed.
Exactly, and that's how they felt as well. We were able to help them through the process, get their roof fully approved through their insurance company.
All right, cool. I'm digging it.
All right, so what we do to start the process, I hop up on your roof, take pictures.
Go ahead, brother. Give him a round of applause.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
That's the hardest pitch right there. I just like respect. That's harder than pitching any door right there. Getting called out in front of random people, your peers. That was fucking awesome. Great job.
Phil
Great
felt
job.
found. Love that. I loved how you accepted the objections. I loved how you made it very clear that your positioning was good about the neighbor and you being kind of important and not begging. People don't want a begging, desperate salesman. And I like the pitch. There's a couple things. There's one question, and you can write this down. Okay, this is probably the best part of my drone, or best part of my door pitch, is when you said the word legitimate damage. That's because you've heard me say it, or you use that. Okay, so now you want to use the exact line I use, because you could have summarized it faster. And one of the things about selling on the doorstep is you don't want to sell the whole thing, you want to sell the inspections. And one of the ways you can say is like, if you have legitimate damage, you want it covered, right? All right, I'm gonna take a look. All right, I need permission. It transitions either way. You could transition straight to a close, or you could get on the roof so that you build more rapport and reciprocity. If you want an easier way to the contingency agreement, which we'll get to next. So, step one, the only thing that is a little bit controversial about what I do is my Roofing Redline app has aerial images and they all show the old roofs. I chase old roofs, not new roofs, and I use a drone. I carry the drone around and I tell them, my drone has detected damage. I just got to take a closer look. And when you speed through the process, how many of them, like, explain how that works and what people's fears are with the drone and how that actually works.
A lot of people just want to know that it's actually been done. You know, they're curious. They've never seen it before, and they see neighbors in their area getting new roofs. Kind of like what you were saying earlier, keeping up with the Joneses is a big factor for a lot of people. So whenever you kind of are presenting them with something that they've never heard before, and you're telling them, hey, my drone aromatically detected damage while I was looking at the neighbor's roof. I was already looking at the neighbor's roof. While I was up there, I noticed that you had some damage. Then you're identifying the problem and creating some urgency. The major key is then to transition to actually getting on the roof. It's just a smoke screen. The drone, like, yeah, you can kind of go off of that, but you really want to get on that roof and kind of like what my guy over here was saying, you want to find that smoking gun.
So we got to get a closer look. We've detected there could be damage, but we got to get a closer look. I'm going to go up there and take some better pictures. So the drone pitch, it works good over the phone. It works good in person. And then, of course, the familiarity thing. Y'all all heard the basic door-to-door shit, okay? Door-to-door is a mindset thing and a consistency thing, and it's an energy thing, and your vibe is the most important thing. And so, like, getting your confidence up with a workout, with selling yourself, with getting pumped up, with having the proper amount of caffeine in your system. These are things that are pretty important in door-to-door, all right? Well, all right, so the next step of the process is going to be your, I say it'd be your roof inspection. So, obviously, we're not rookie roofers. Nobody here is a straight rookie besides Ridvan, right? See here? Ridvan here? Do you take off? Oh, there he is.
I'm a rookie. I ain't never been on a roof.
Oh, you shut up. You've never.
That's the whole thing, man. I've legitimately never been on a roof. Never done a roof inspection.
That's crazy, bro. So we're going to teach you about damage today,
I'm
boy.
excited.
I mean, look, dude, photo bombing and documenting the damages is about really, even if you're selling a retail roof, you got to find where the roof could leak at the step flashing, where the flashing issues might be, the cracking, the thermal cracking, the bad shit. You got to build the urgency with the bad pictures. So even if you're selling retail and you're not selling storm damage, pictures are very important in the sales process, right?
100%.
How many pictures you take?
150 to 200 on a roof.
Look, paying for all these different apps, Company Cam is good app, it's a great app, but the thing is it costs a lot of money on top of a lot of other apps. So when I built my app, Roofing Redline, I built it so I could condense like 8 different apps into one so I didn't have to pay all the users. And so my app does everything Company Cam does, and it also measures the roof, give instant estimate, does everything, sales app. Okay, good. We'll share, we'll collaborate. All right, so photos, important. Getting on the roof, important. Getting off the roof, we're going through the sales process. Nothing really changes here. This is all simple. I showed y'all. Less words with the contingency is more important. I don't know. We could probably pass one of these around. So this is a contingency agreement. This agreement for a rookie, if I'm Ridvan, and I've never sold a roof, I literally, hi, my name is Ridvan. I need permission to inspect and document the condition of your roof. This says I'm going to get agreed price with the insurance company. It says contingent upon approval. That means no approval, no cost. I don't know how many times that new sales guys go to the kitchen table without that shit. How often do we go to the kitchen table and we don't have a roof sketch? That's Roofing Redline, my app. It does an instant roof sketch in the driveway. You don't have to wait on an Eagle View or nothing. That's one of the benefits of using my phone app. The contract, okay, because I'm going to also complete an estimate inside of Roofing Redline with the photos that can also be digitally signed. The estimate, I cannot get a hard number contract on a roof. And one of the things if you're selling in Florida is you cannot sync the value of what your service is until you let them feel the pain. So look, this roof is going to cost $40,000. Do you have $40,000 in your budget for the roof today? No. Well, that is the Band-Aid. We always want to offer the path of least resistance, especially if you've been selling insurance your whole life. You don't always give them an estimate, do you?
No.
You don't like to give them an estimate, do you?
I like to.
I do too. I love price. I believe that price it shows that transparency builds trust. I believe in that. And I believe that a high price sets you up as the roofing expert. And I want a Cadillac for a Chevrolet price. Who wants a Cadillac for a Chevrolet price?
Hell yeah.
Who wants to buy a shitty used beat up Chevrolet?
No one. No.
Nobody. But if you sell a Cadillac for a Chevrolet price, how does that make the customer feel?
Right. It's a good ass deal.
It's a great deal.
Price is only an issue in the absence of value.
Price is only an issue in the absence of value from the second new guy in the room. Hell yeah, brother. Give him a round of applause on that. All right, so this is one of the places that we all fuck up. We don't show up to the kitchen table prepared. We don't, and this is where my dad, he taught me this thing, and as an insurance guy my whole life, I didn't want to complete an offer on every deal because it was hard. Got to get a roof estimate, got to get a sketch, got to get photos, got to give it to the customer. Is he going to say that I'm too high priced? Is he going to want other bids? What is this price going to do? I don't really want to give it. I don't really want to do the work. So we've found a way in our app to do it in less than, how long does the estimate and proposal and completed offer take with a roof measurement and estimate and photos?
I mean, I can do them in like less than a minute, honestly.
Well, let's just say it's less than 5 minutes. So if you can get all this done in less than 5 minutes, you don't really have a lot invested, but you give a lot of value to the customer. And so now we're right here at this point. We have all the things prepared to close. Okay, we're ready to go. The cool thing about this is that you're in person. What Jackson's going to talk about is how to do that with none of this, which is beautiful. It's beautiful. You don't get none of this on the phone. He doesn't even do Zoom. He does it all over the phone. They don't even see his face. It's sweet. So now we're getting into like the sauce, all right? The sauce is simple, okay? You need evidence. This is something from Grant, okay? What does every single sales guy do?
Go to pain for him.
No, every sales guy lies. Is that not what the customer thinks?
That's what they think, yeah.
If I was to say, it's $5,000 for my coaching package, and you can train with me 4 days a week, and then you can get my access to my university, and I'll teach you everything. All of a sudden, I went into douche guru instead of cool motherfucker. Because now you start thinking, is he a fake guru? Is this office real? Are these jobs real? Is this boat for real? Maybe I should fucking subscribe to Petrie. Because I'm a motherfucking salesman. And a salesman is meant to be questioned. A good salesman is, yeah. And the thing is you gotta show people, like y'all being in my office, this is a fucking show here, bud. This is real. We've done fucking 6,000 roofs out of this bitch. Ain't nothing fake about that. Wow. And I'm just saying, show not telling your sales process for Florida means slicks. So the slick would be a laminated news article that said 125,000 people are getting dropped every year. A news article that says 50% of claims get dropped or get denied. A news article that says insurance companies actually profited $8 billion while they played broke. And all this does in my sales presentation for Florida is build the leverage that if they don't replace their roof at 15 years old, they're going to get a drone flying over their roof. Non-renewal letter is going to come. They're going to be looking at $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in expense. And the main thing about this whole process is this. If you have legitimate damage, you want it covered, right? This says contingent. It means no approval, no cost. Now you have to pivot. You have to pivot. You have to tell them there's a catch. Hold on, guys. There's a catch. Do you ever use a takeaway close in retail?
Oh, yes.
A takeaway is really the thing that makes you feel like
Power.
Yeah, dude. Like, guys, I don't yeah, the takeaway close is real. And the takeaway close here is the insurance companies are the toughest negotiators in the world. They delay, they deny, they defer responsibility. More than 50% of the claims get denied up front. But we get the roofs bought through our process. And that means sometimes we got to bring in engineers and attorneys. So if I could get 50 to 80% of your roof covered, that'd be good, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're good. I just need your driver's license.
Here you go.
So that's a tapper. What's a tapper? What's a tapper?
See if they take a little bite, see if they get interested.
A tapper is like the lady that's just going to say yes, 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 yes. In solar, they call it the yellow brick road. Once you hit DocuSigns and you've got something to sign and there's 5 different places, yes, yes, yes. They don't even read, they just tap. And you have to understand that 30, 40% of the clients are tappers. That means they want to get approved for a loan, they want to fucking sign up, and they're not going to offer you any resistance when you say go get your driver's license. And when they go get their driver's license, they don't know they're getting a loan. Just like I say, I don't say contract, I don't say sign, I don't say loan. I don't say those words, ever. I never say those words. Never. Loan is a dirty word. Contract's a dirty word. Never say them. Now, is this a loan? Yes. That's not me saying loan. That's saying, is this a loan? Yes. How do I say it? We're going to get you funded. We got a special partner at no cost to you. 0 money down. You're going to get funded for a new roof. We're going to get you a pre-approval. This is the first step to get you pre-approved. If you have legitimate damage, you want it covered, right? Well, the first step is to get you pre-approved. Give me your driver's license. Why do I need my driver's license to get pre-approved by my insurance? Well, this is how we do it. I got a funding partner, Truist Bank. They give us 12 months, no payments at no cost to you. And it gives us leverage against the insurance. It shows the insurance that you mean business. This is at no cost to you. So basically, it's just simple. I just need your driver's license. Is this a loan? This is a pre-approval. It does not become a loan until we build your roof. So this only shows the insurance company that you mean business and helps you get the roof approved. Give me a copy of your driver's license. At this point, we have established our authority, because the thing is that when we're trying to sell something, this is an analogy Alex Hermosi makes. This is really where we all mess up, okay? The best time to sell a steak. We're cooking the steak, we're sizzling the steak, Y'all are hungry. I'm showing the sizzled steak. I cut into the steak. I show you the medium rare blood coming out of it. Nice little pieces of fat on the side of it. I put it in front of your face. You're fucking hungry. How much will you pay for that steak? When you're hungry, who knows? Now, eat the steak. Let me come out again. You gonna fucking pay the same price? Why?
I'm full, baby.
Hands gone.
You lost leverage. The whole point of this deal is leverage. And when we tell them that we can get the roof paid for by the insurance, do they get a little greedy? Do they get a little hungry? Do they get excited? Well, this is where we strike. We have to capitalize on this moment. And in this moment, this is when we tell them, there's a catch. If we could get 50 to 80% of your roof covered, that'd be good, right? This is what we need for leverage. All I need is a pre-approval. Why do you need a pre-approval? Because it shows the insurance company it means business. We've been through thousands of these cases, and we use something called a magic letter. What's a magic letter? It shows the insurance company you're for real, and with the pre-approval, we get your roof approved. Do they even know what's going on at this point? They have no fucking clue. But now I ask them what their social security number is, how much they make at their job, where their employer is, how much they're employing. At this point, do they know what's going on? Yeah. Is this a loan? This is a pre-approval. Once we get the roof approved, we build the roof. This roof gets built. That's when it becomes a loan. But this is a funded, approved loan with 12 months at no cost to you that only goes into place once we've got through the process. Okay. So it's pretty simple. The fourth step of the process is there's a catch. If you have legitimate damage, you want it covered. The problem is insurance companies deny, delay, defer responsibility. We found you need leverage. And if you really want to know, you know, like we've been through thousands of court cases. In these court cases, your wife became an attorney. Have you ever had the opposing counsel in deposition say, if the roof was so bad, why didn't you fix it? They did that to us over and over. They said, hey, if the roof's so bad, you're trying to get a roof for free, why the fuck didn't you fix it? You're just over here causing problems, over suing the insurance over 5 fucking tiles. Why didn't you fix it? That's the problem with the fucking market. All you guys going after roofs with 5 damaged tile. You're the problem. Why didn't you fix it? And we tell them there's legitimate damage, the roof doesn't match, and we make these arguments and we get the roof approved or we don't. But to really not have to deal with that objection, we took the power away from the insurance company. We gave the power to the customer. What is the power?
Getting the roof up.
No. Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible purse. That's a terrible purse. But that's money. And the money is going in the purse. Because who has the power? The purse. And if you want leverage, you need the power of the purse. And I'm going to give you that leverage with the pre-approval. I just need a copy of your driver's license. See how that works? This isn't about speeding up the process. This is about power. And you need the power of the purse. I'm going to give you that power. I just got to get you pre-approved. Y'all like that? It works. And the power of the purse is, we know that if the roof gets denied, that we are going to roof it anyways. And if we go to court, we are going to be able to answer in deposition that if the roof was bad, we went ahead and fixed it. And you fucking owe me for it. And here's the legitimate damage. And we put $40,000, $50,000 of our own money on the line and sued your ass. And that, my friend, is the magic letter. Magic letter. Everybody wants a copy of my magic letter. Everybody wants a copy of it. The magic letter, it simply states that I, Mr. Homeowner, know my rights. This is a letter to the insurance company from who? The homeowner. The homeowner is the one that's pissed off. The homeowner is the one that's like, dude, pay my claim as presented. I know my rights. My roof is jacked up. I've attached pictures and an estimate. Please pay my claim as presented, or I'll see you in court. We will move forward with the replacement of our roof within 30 days. That's why I don't like to do appraisal and public adjusters. I fucking want to roof and sue. Roof and sue. Repeat after me.
Roof and sue.
Roof and sue. Period.
Quick question.
Yeah.
In that process, when do you replace the roof? Clearly, the evidence is on the roof. The insurance has got to come out and take a look at it, and you can't destroy the evidence, right? So where?
This is where it gets good. So we've signed them up. I mean, at this point, we've built leverage. We told them about the magic letter, but it's pretty simple. It's very, very simple. We tell them, look, we got to get you pre-approved. We walk them through the process. We get their social security number. Congrats, you've been approved. $65,000. He heard me do one over the phone, Magnus. It was $65,000. He couldn't believe that I closed it over the phone. But it's pretty simple. Once we have the pre-approval and a hard number contract, because at this point, show not tell, slicks, I'm basically getting the loan approved. I'm getting a hard number contract. And I do this within Roofing Redline, and I use two different financing tools. I use Service Finance. They give me 30% draw on my money. I use Good Leap. They do a soft pull. And basically, those are my two favorite financing partners. And at this step of the process, I show not tell, I build value. I get them pre-approved in the loan. After they get the loan approved, I get them to sign loan docs, and then I sign a hard number contract that match the loan docs. Now, a lot of times they say, well, what happens if the insurance company doesn't pay? And I say, look, we're going to fight like hell. We're going to get you 50 to 80%, but if we don't, the cheapest that we can get a roof is today. I'm also going to set you up with the My Florida Home Grant and walk you through this process that we might qualify for a $10,000 grant. It just shows that you're doing extra work to help them reduce some of the out-of-pocket expense. But the reality is that at this fourth step, you get the loan approved, you get the hard number contract, you show not tell with the slicks that they're going to get dropped, and you move to sending the insurance company a magic letter. And that magic letter states that if you don't pay this claim as presented, we're going to sue you, and we're roofing this thing in 30 days. So this means at the adjuster appointment, roof's denied. Great news, customer. We got this coverage here that's going to get extended. There's the damage that we marked. Here's the damage. Now we got to send the insurance company a magic letter that shows them that you mean business. We've given you the power of the purse. Now it's time to use it. It's time to use it. This magic letter, just need you to sign it. We're going to send it to the insurance company. It's going to say we're going to move forward within 30 days. Now, some policies say that you got to give them longer than 30 days. So if you're in this roof and sue program and you work with attorneys, you have to have the attorney review the policy, and you have to make sure that what's best for the customer. Because you don't want to be pushing this on people and thinking about what's not best for the customer. And so when do I build the roof? If the policy says that, some people say you only got to give them 2 weeks. But if I have the ability to give them 30 days notice that I'm starting the roof, I convince the customer that answering the question that the roof was damaged so I fixed it is a much better argument in court, and that we're going to do the roof and sue here, and we're going to give you leverage and the power of the purse, and you don't have to wait. This is going to help you win the argument, and this is going to make it go faster. And you're going to get a new roof, and you need a new roof anyways, and the cheapest to get a roof is right now. Does that make sense? Okay. So that magic letter goes down, and then 30 days later, we build the roof. And if the roof is denied, we still build it. If the roof needs a supplement, we still build it. If the roof is approved, we still build it. This takes the Florida process 30 to 60 days to build a tile roof. Now tell them about Bowman.
The main question though, like when you were asking how long it takes, is there's a lot of times a denial in place at that point. So it's not just like we're going on our own merit. You know, the insurance company is saying no. We speak to the homeowner and we're all on the same page and in alignment that they need a new roof no matter what. So they agree that they'll pay retail at the end of the day, but if I can offset the cost of the project by 50 to 80%, that would be good, would it not? And we had a denial where it took...
Old lady, old people.
Yeah, it was...
$77,000 roof.
Yeah, it's a 90-year-old man that is dying right now.
And the roof was fucked.
He had no option. He went through the insurance company. He tried to do it his way. It got denied, and then we had to involve the attorneys. The attorneys got involved, and then it took probably like 90 days, and then he was like, I don't know, man, I don't really want to do it. And I just kind of had a conversation with him, and I was like, look, you're leaving this to your son. If I could, ultimately get you some of this offset, would you be down to do it? And he said, yeah. And we ended up getting an award of the total cost of the project was $80,000. We got him 62 after 62 in new money. So his deductible was like 11,000. He paid that 11,000 plus we had a change order for another 6,000 because there was rotted wood. We had to do some stucco work. But ultimately, I mean...
It was a denied tile roof, start to finish, didn't get denied. When we pushed the magic letter, it pushed the approval process. We were able to start, finish, knock the door, and build it within 90 days, $77K. But that's not the only one. We did one here in Naples, Green Links Condo Association, $2.5 million. We got assessments for the whole condo. Everyone paid $20,000 in assessments, and we got the loan for the condo. The condo had to get a new roof because the insurance was so high. It was a leak, and they paid for a repair. We took the repair, we gave it to Harvey Cohen. We got a loan for the fucking HOA for $2.5 million, $1,200 a square on 5V crimp on thousands of fucking squares. It made over $1.25 million profit. I built it before the fucking approval, and 2 or 3 months after I built the roof, guess what? They got reimbursed.
Wow.
At $2.5 million.
So essentially, the answer to my question is let the adjuster come out, gather his evidence. Whether he denies it, approves it, it doesn't fucking matter. They've got the evidence they need. So once you tear the roof off,
well, we
it
have
can
to
still
give
go
them
to court
notice.
and do what it needs to do.
Well, we have to give them notice at that point, and then if they decide that they want to come back
so you're
out,
giving the magic letter after the denial, or is it just
yeah, the magic letter comes.
Magic letter goes out no matter what.
No, the magic letter comes after the denial. We let the insurance company, we give them a chance to do the right thing. But insurance companies in Florida, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do the right thing. It can be one of the most damaged roofs you've ever seen, and they'll be like, ah, man, wear and tear, improper install.
Now, doesn't this harken back to how policies were originally written, which was to reimburse the customer?
It does.
I mean, let me ask you a question. How many times do they cover the screen receipts, the gutter receipts, etc.?
This is one of the closes.
Give it to them and they go, oh, here you go.
Hey, you just brought up a close.
Right.
So
I use it.
So here's the deal, guys. I don't know if you saw in the original estimate how it said save your receipts, that anything that you incur, they wanted you to save. Why? Because they reimburse. And that's the way the policies are written. So this just unlocks your ability to get paid more money faster at a higher rate. It's the power of the purse, it's leverage, and this is the difference. You get the price at the right price because you don't want to sign them up for a shitty roof. And a lot of times, once they've agreed they're going to get 50 to 80% on a shingle roof, you know what they do? Have you ever thought about metal? Setting him up for virtual deals, I want to focus on, we have something in Florida that a lot of people don't have. We have a way in which people can get finance for deals that have bad credit just by using the PACE program as a tax lien. So advertising people, hey, have you been dropped by the insurance? Do you have an old roof? Do you have a hard time not know where you can pay for it? We can get you a new roof no matter what your credit is. We'll give you a quote. We'll get you approved. You don't need good credit. The more leads I can get him like that, the more he doesn't have to go through this process. Because he likes selling Debbie. He's going to tell you all about Debbie. Debbie is a great person to sell. Debbie comes with her problems. There are a lot of denials, not from an insurance company, but from a loan. And basically going straight to retail, repair to retail, that's a great angle. And it's not an angle that we go away. We don't do insurance to retail on everybody. If somebody's got a non-renewal letter and they know they need to replace the roof and they've gotten 2 quotes, what am I doing? Trying to take them through insurance to retail when they're prepared to pay for the roof and they want the roof in the next 30 days. So without further ado, we got Jackson Bubba. Here we go.
One of the first things, part of my social media journey was you got to create something, right? And the first thing that I created was a sales training, right? Has anybody paid for a sales training or listened to a sales training on YouTube? Cool. What's the biggest differences that you see between all the different sales trainings? Every single guru comes through and white labels it differently. So I'm gonna show you guys my white label. Okay, so the training's put together in 2 parts, but the problem is you cannot front end load a sale process with making a friend because people sniff it out.
Oh yeah. Disingenuous, immediate.
Yeah, exactly, right? But you also can't come in and just be a fucking dickhead shark that's better than everybody and has all the solutions and they should just trust you right away. But anyway, the analogy is, does anybody know what a slip line is? Slip line drill? For boxer?
Move your head out of the way of the rope.
Right? You're coming under and you're coming back. And a lot of times they're jabbing on each side, right? You're slipping, jabbing, slipping, jabbing. So that's kind of the idea. As I talk about this, I want you guys to think of this as this is a slip line. All the way through. I have to do the training in one part and then two part. But the problem is a sale process, you cannot do that because people sniff it out, right? So when we're talking about making a friend, how do you guys make friends? Not sales, not roofs apart, but the people that you are good friends. Yeah, that's good. Ask questions.
Be nice.
Be nice. Who?
Common interest.
Mirror them. It's funny, that's the very first part. So mirroring. This is the first thing you do when you bloody your knuckles on doors, right? That's where I came from. The next step that I talk about, does anybody know? Did anybody read the training? Next step is empathizing. Why is it important to empathize with your friends? Not prospects, I'm talking about your homies right now. Family members, friends, why does that work in human connection?
Builds trust.
Builds trust, why?
Because they feel like they know you and you know them and you have some sort of connection where it breaks down a wall.
You connect.
Well, if you don't care.
I'd hope if you guys are married, you'd say your wife, right? And then beyond your wife, think about your other closest friends. Maybe it's a brother, maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's whatever. Jesus, love it, love it. Which help a friend is very different. This is being a friend. Helping a friend is you're an expert, right? And so there's the two parts. If you're missing one of these, if you're not the expert, but you're their friend and they fucking love you, are they gonna buy your roof from you?
Maybe.
Maybe, but probably not, right? That's kind of the thing. So the connection, the next next part of this is storytelling. Cool. And then why are you here, Travis?
We're here to inspect your roof.
Cool. So there's two things that he does there. He touches on Moth and Hoff. First 10 seconds, right? Who he is, who he works for, and why he's here, right? And he's an expert here, okay? And then depending on how they respond, we're gonna be bouncing between this. So if they connect with him, oh, Travis, I think I've seen you or whatever, you have some sort of family connection, you're gonna stay in the Mothin situation. So to answer your question, it's a constant movement, and that's what the really, really best sales reps, not roofers, sales reps that are just salesmen, and all they're good at is just connecting with people. They just are continuously reading at what zone they need to be in. Cool?
Yeah, man.
Thank you. My content strategy, it's a little bit controversial because a lot of people will say, hey, if I have an offer, I'm gonna run ads for that offer, and that's it, right? But there's a lot of people that try to sell that way as well, right? If I'm a roofer and I've got an offer with a roof, I'm gonna be a roofer and I'm gonna make that offer, right? And I'm not gonna connect, I'm not gonna make a friend, I'm not gonna talk about cancer or their kids or their dog or their this or their that. I'm just gonna do the business that I do, right? And that works really well with paid ads. When I was putting together my idea of why should I even create content, because I know it's fucking a cheat code. If you can create leads for free, you have a business that operates at a margin that other people don't, which is just insane. So that was my whole idea, is holy shit, there are these people that have millions of followers on Instagram and they can start a fucking company overnight. And you know what their fucking margin is? 3x any other company, just because they have eyeballs, they have attention, right? And so we can do it on a very small scale. Even if you get a roofing account to 1,000 followers, that's awesome, right? So this is my idea, this is what I do. I'm gonna use an example, somebody who wants to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to post right now.
Post it at, like, there's gotta be an algorithm where, like, what time you post it during the day, you get more views.
Fuck the algorithm, you just gotta post. So everybody talks to me about, hey, give me content plans, what should I do, content coaching, whatever, and the first thing I ask them before I will even opt into letting me coach them is, how many posts have you made? I will not coach anybody until they've made 100 posts, right? It's just like why he won't coach anybody until they've probably knocked 100 doors. There's no reason to, you haven't even tried. I would ask you, you think about your life as a pie chart. Everybody think about their life, right? In my life, I'll give you my examples. I love my family, right? I love my spirituality. I love my homies, okay? So I would ask you, what is your percentage of your pie chart roofing in your life? What would you say roofing is? You have homies that you like to fish and hunt and drink with? Okay, cool. So within this, there's a lot of things that you can expand in here. What's left in your pie chart? Family. Is there anything else? You're a simple man. I like that. All right. Dude, and we got to get on the boat. So this is your game plan, because this is your life. What lacks nowadays with social media and why you cannot, every fitness influencer 5 years ago, you know what they had to do to blow up on Instagram? They had to post every day for 30 days with just a fucking viral song over whatever they were doing at the gym. That does not work anymore. You can't do it. You wanna know why?
Because everyone's doing it.
Everyone's fucking doing it, right? And if you start doing that, you're the worst version of who's already famous. Yeah, the copy versus the original. Who's like the highest fitness influencer? I would say one of the biggest is like
The dude with the
Ashton Hall.
guy that,
If you're trying to be them and do what they do, nobody's gonna give a fuck because you're the worst version of them, right? But there's nobody that has your exact pie chart. When you build something that's cool, it's because you're your authentic self and it's your pie chart. And when they see you or you see my face with my headset on, there was a deal that I just barely got. The reason why I was able to sell him coaching had nothing to do with sales at all, had to do with that I wakeboarded. Every single day I'm doing something. Between selling, talking to people, eating fucking food, hanging out with my family, my wife, whatever, there's something going on that I can story tell. But you have to be yourself. You can't fucking fake it, right? Because as soon as you fake it, what do? They sniff that shit out. And it's just like when you're trying to moff, right? You're trying to moff in a sale process, they sniff it out. It's just like, it's the exact same thing on content because it's gonna show your true authentic self. It's gonna bring power, not only to yourself and your page, but it'll bring attraction to your business, so.
That's what's up, guys. Give him a round of applause.
Jackson and I have been working together. I want to sell with him. I want a lot of recruits. We're going to do a lot of big things. But I've always been willing to break bread. And because of his influence, like one might say, as a roofing expert, he's a competitor to roofing sales training, a competitor to social media content training. Fuck that. There's enough for all of us. It was that brand. And all have to build a personal brand. I'm paying Jackson to help me grow and help, and I'm also paying him because I want recruits and I want him to sell virtual sales with me. But you gotta be willing to break bread. And so that's why I'm breaking bread, paying for the boat.
Happy as hell I got sold. I'm addicted to buffalo chicken, dude. I told you I love the teriyaki, but I'm really into buffalo. The chicken's good, but
How's the undercarriage?
the undercarriage is nice and tight. The undercarriage is nice and
Nice
toasty.
and crispy, nice and tight.
It's better when you fold it over for sure,
Oh, okay.
but it's fire. I'll give it a 8 out of 10. Well, I'm talking about Utah being the mecca for door-to-door in places like Todd Peterson. When I go on Park City, I see this guy on the ski mountain. He's an extreme sports guy himself. You know, like you see him on the mountain ever?
I haven't, no.
I randomly was there, and he was just there with his kids and shit.
Really?
And you know, I don't know. Didn't he like accidentally run somebody over?
Yeah, he races. Yeah, he races, and I think he ran over a kid in the Baja 1000 or something because they were on the track. But yeah, we see him down in Powell all the time.
Yeah, so that dude built door-to-door empire. Vivint, that's where you started, right?
Yeah, that's where I started. He's the GOAT, dude. He's the freaking GOAT.
Why is that?
Nobody's done what he's done on the scale that he's done it. And I think he was as far as timing, I think that he was the one that capitalized on timing. He moved the fastest, the craziest, the biggest.
I heard him speak one time. He talked about going into a Blackstone office. We're not buying a door-to-door company. We're not buying solar. And he fucking busted into the office, and they're like, well, you're not supposed to be here. And then he like put the hard close on the private equity or Blackstone partners that helped him cash like hundreds of millions of dollars in checks.
Yeah.
But I said roofing is not as scalable because waiting on insurance payments is not being partnered with the bank, and he always partnered with the bank.
Yeah.
Or did, I mean...
No, yeah, he always partnered with somebody that was financing his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way he could scale what he did without leveraging banks.
Yeah, that was it.
And so door-to-door doesn't work unless you partner with the bank. And that's a simple lesson, but that's the thing about taking insurance to retail, doing retail roofs, being able to sell roofs virtually. It's scalable because everyone has a roof. There's a lot of storm damage. It's a real problem. Roofing is the beginning of solar. and there's no limit to the size of the roof. I sold a roof to Grant Cardone for 1.3 million. That would pay you 100,000 if you closed it over the phone. Who doesn't want the chance to go door to door or cold call $100,000 checks? And the thing is the offer of, like you said, it's not sales. When you say, if we can get the insurance company to pay for it, you know, that's, what do you consider solar sales or roofing sales?
It's handing out free shit. I mean, there's a lot more to it, but yeah, adding a bill and adding an expense is a very different game than providing a free service if upon approval, right? Or free anything. But I think free business models are excellent, right?
What's your favorite kind of roofing deal?
Shit that's leaking.
Oh, I love a leaker. I love me a leaker.
Pains there. I love a leaker, dude. Come on. Go.
I've stole your roof line that if it's over 21, what's the line?
If your roof's old enough to drink a beer, then you probably ought to replace it. It's due time.
It's due time, ma'am.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Yep.
In your difference between just selling roofs directly with loans versus insurance and getting retail, and your experience of trying to do insurance over the phone.
It's a whole different ballgame as far as it's just managing insurance, and that whole process is just it's a lot more complex of a process than any just normal sale. So like as far as your guys' whole model of, what is it, build, collect, something, whatever.
Sale, build, collect.
Yeah, it's a different ballgame. I come from a world of sell and then sell again and then sell again and sell again, and so it's different world.
Well, and the truth is like, maybe it's better for you to just sell. The value of building an actual roofing company is the thing that private equity wants to pay for. Private equity says they're going to take over our industry. You were just at an event that was full of private equity. What was your takeaway?
They want them. Private equity's hot on every home service right now.
And so how does that change your perspective over the next 10 years?
I think anybody that's in home service business, if you have, a dialed business and you're going to have the opportunity to exit, and if that's what you want to do, and it just makes it exciting for people who can build companies in short periods of time and have gigantic exits. There's not very many business models that provide that idea, but I don't know, it's interesting.
That's what makes me different than everybody else. Is I think roofing is the best vehicle because it relates most to virtual sales and door to door. And what's different about me is that a dirty job that most people turn away from, I think is a vehicle to a better blue collar American dream. And I think roofing sales is the best sales job in America. What's the documentary you're working on?
It's the greatest sales job in America. So we're going to every single sales opportunity that's available, whether it's door to door, over the phone, and we're going behind the scenes. We're showing every single person what exactly it looks like, because if you're not in sales and you have a job that isn't paying you what you want to be paid, get into sales. There's just a billion sales jobs that are hiring all the time. And I've got just family and friends that have gone to college, gotten their master's degrees, and they can't find a job. They're asking me about sales jobs. I'm like, you just went to college for fucking 6 years. What are you, you can't get a job. So I'm super passionate about sales. It's changed my life. And yeah, I'm on everybody claims that their sales job is the greatest opportunity in the world and you can make the most money, and everybody hides behind the curtain of what you make and how you make it. I just want to go behind that curtain and show everybody what it's really about, because I believe every sales opportunity is a great opportunity as long as you're around good people. It's not what you're selling, it's who you're selling with. So that's what I want to show.
And that's where we start tomorrow and the next day. We're going door to door with Jackson. We're teaching him roofing. I'm putting him in the war wagon. And I can't wait. Insurance to retail, Roof and Sue. We're going to find a Debbie. And it's going down in Naples, Florida.
Game time, baby.
Here we go.
Come on.